What's going on, everybody? I'm back with a weekly update. I have to apologize for last week. Wasn't able to post up because I had some business to take care of. But since the last update, I replanted my carrots. I got a different variety of carrots. The carrots variety will be in the description below. But since then, it looked like it's starting to come up. There's one right there. Gotta point to it because you can barely see it, but it's there. And there's another one right here, right there. So I got 2 carrots coming up, and hopefully the rest will start peeking up out of the soil. Radishes are still hanging in there. Look like the cold didn't affect them too much, so hopefully throughout the rest of this month I actually have some radish to harvest. The spinach is starting to develop pretty well. We got some more leaves on them and they look like they gotten bigger. I planted dill in the last tub. They haven't come out of the soil yet. The variety of dill will be in the description below. My beets are still hanging in there, and they look like they're starting to grow and progress. At first I was a little worried, but when it started warming up, I didn't have to worry about them too much. Onions are starting to do pretty well. They're still hanging in there. I fed them about a week ago, and it looked like it took in the fertilizer that I gave them pretty good. So I'm gonna keep feeding them because they are heavy feeders, and there are some ones I'm gonna have to kind of like weed out because it look like they're kind of like wilted or dying. So I'm gonna have to weed them out. Swiss chard is doing pretty good. It pretty much handled the cold weather pretty well, and pretty soon I'm gonna have to thin them out because you could tell that they're growing pretty close together. And my one and only collard green is still hanging in there. It looked like the plant is starting to get a little bigger. I need to feed this again, and hopefully it'll do pretty well and won't get too ravaged by the pest this year, since it's only just one. But we'll see what happens. And then the other 2 tubs, I decided that I want to grow some container tomatoes. Pretty much I'll have them posted up in next week's update, and give you the variety name, and hopefully things will turn out pretty well with those. So let's go out to the garden plot. Okay, I'm in my garden plot, and this year I'm going to try something different in my garden plot. One of the things I'm going to try different is I'm not going to make any more hills. What I plan on doing is making garden beds. After I work the soil, I'm going to measure out and I'm going to form a bed for the plants and see if it'll actually work out well, and hopefully it'll actually help the plants grow a little bit better. And another thing I'm trying this year is black plastic mulching, and there's 2 reasons behind that. One is that it has a moisture containing problem. It tends to dry out over time and the soil tends to compact. So hopefully the black plastic will actually contain it. And 2, I don't plan on doing any weeding this year. So hopefully the plastic will actually enhance the plants to grow a little bit better and probably faster. I know I'll be able to plant earlier because of it. As for my kale, the kale is pretty tough. It looked like it survived the cold and the frost, like many people said it would. And hopefully I'll actually have something out of this year, like I did last year. And last but not least, my turnips are doing pretty good. Look like they survived the cold and the frost as well. And hopefully I'll actually have something out of this. I probably might leave them down till, I would say, either the beginning or the middle of June to see if I can actually get a good sized turnip root. So if you like what you see, leave a like. If you have questions, comments, leave it in the comment section. That's it for now. Happy gardening.